So today we are going to be going over this project Neon. So Neon is not a layer 2, it's not a bridge of Solana, is none of that. We're going to talk about what Neon is. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice. Let's get straight into it. So Neon, as you can see, let's first talk about pricing, is at 17 cents. It is currently up 16% slash 18% in the last 24 hours, 47% in the last 7 days, 100% in the last 14 days, 84% in the last 30 days, but it is down 49% in the last year. Over here, you can see it's at 41.3 million in market cap, 20 million inside trading volume. Why has this Solana coin been going off and why has it been going up? That's what we're here to talk about today. First off, this is their Twitter, this is their X account. As you can see here, they got a good amount of followers. Seems pretty decent. They just now released this, which is everything new that they just now did. But before we talk about that, let's talk about what it is. So Neon EVM, fast track to Solana. So if you don't know what EVM means, that's Ethereum virtual machine. So Neon EVM, fast track to Solana, not a bridge, not a layer 2. Deploy EVM apps on Solana with Neon EVM. No rust, same tools, so you can tap into Solana's users, liquidity, and speed instantly. So pretty much you can put deploy D apps on Solana just with the Neon EVM. So they're pretty much fast tracking it, so they're making it easier for developers. This is really a developer's coin, kind of like how Optimism is like a developer's coin, and you got different coins like that are specifically like the projects are made for developers, and then the coins just kind of hover around the project. So that's pretty much how we're seeing this Neon EVM project. So as you can see, a Solana by design direct Solana wallet integration for EVM. So with the Solana Signature SDK, your EVMD app can interact seamlessly with Solana wallets. It's EVM on Solana without compromise. Built-in power tools for EVM on Solana. Joy native ED 2519 25519 signature support, on-chain scheduling, and unified token management. Native user experience, zero complexity. So they're making it easy for people to create and build new D apps from scratch. That's why I'm saying for developers by developers. So this is pretty cool. You can launch on Solana with Neon using EVM tools. And the code they use is Solidity. They use Solidity, Hard Hat, and Remix. So pretty interesting. They even have a dev boot camp to show you how to launch your own projects on here server. They really show you even how everything works right here. So pretty interesting stuff here. Is pretty interesting. But let's go over this. They got their Neon scan, so you can see 76,000 accounts, pretty much 76,000 holders, 1,400 tokens, as you can see over there. So yeah, this is a pretty interesting project. Here is the recap of everything they've done in August. So Neon has been listed on Revolt app, which is pretty big, 60 million plus users worldwide. Can now tap into the Ethereum to Solana shift. 2 new dev guides tracing Neon transactions plus a live curve style stable swap. Now, one thing I will say with the Ethereum to Solana shift, things are going to Solana. This is the right step into the right direction for them because, yeah, people are moving to Solana. It's cheaper to use Solana. It's faster. The blockchain's faster. It's more efficient, and it's just more simple than Ethereum. Ethereum, expensive gas fees, doesn't really move as fast as these other blockchains, and it's just not as good. So you're seeing a lot more people moving over to Ethereum, and you're also having a lot more trading from meme coin people on Ethereum. You're just having a lot more new things on Ethereum coming out now, or I mean on Solana, not Ethereum. Anyways, Neon Dev Playbook shipped a curated hub by devs for devs. Learn, contribute, and unlock access to our very important dev club. X Spaces, they've been doing X Spaces and rethinking Web3 tips. They've just been talking on X pretty much. They've been having Twitter Spaces, as you call it. Now, let's go to the prices. Everybody knows this is what I like. This is what I like most. Let's talk about some prices here. All right, let's talk about the money. Now, The percent R trend exhaustion. That is down here, and this pretty much shot up. So that's why you're seeing the price shoot up here. Now you're seeing the MACD is becoming bullish as well, looking bullish on the MACD there. This thing has some growth potential, but I would be concerned on previous and past performance. So coming into 2024, at the end of 2023, coming in 2024, massive pump, immediately dumped after that. But then you can see again, another massive pump, immediately dumped, but didn't get as big as the previous one. So what is stopping it now from doing a massive pump and then another massive dump, which is really nothing. But as a whole, the project seems like it has a good use case, a very good use case. So that could help it in this bull run. Could it be a 100x gem? Pretty hard to tell. If you look at the current all-time low, it was 2 years ago at 5 cents. Maybe if we're saying A from the all-time low, we'll have 100x. Maybe that's a possibility. So let's do that math for that. So let's take the circulating supply and multiply it by the current price. Then you'll get the current market cap, which is currently at $41.2 million. And then we can come over here and take the circulating supply. Then we can go ahead and multiply that circulating supply by 5 cents, which is the 11.9 million inside of market cap. So at the all-time low, it was there. Then we could go ahead and multiply that by 100x from the bottom, which would be $1.1 billion. Possibly, this project could possibly get to 1.1 billion. At the all-time high here, you can see it got up to about 100 and what is this? 100, 140, 170, 180 million. Let's go zoom it in. I don't know why I didn't zoom it in at first. 200 million. 200 million at the all-time high. So if this project got to 200 million at the all-time high, do you believe it can get to 1.1 billion at a new all-time high, which would be 100x from the bottom? That's up to you. Now, what would the price look like? 100x 0.05 multiplied by 100, you would have $5. $5. Now, what about in the near term? What can we do in the near term? Now, I say by the end of this year, the bull market's probably going to end, or by the beginning of next year. So either by the end of December of this year, or by the end of January or February of next year, the bull market will be over, in my personal opinion. So where do I see a project like Neon being by the end of the bull market, right? Should it be by the end of this year or by the end of January, February of next year, right? Which should be the next 4 to 6 months? Where should this go? Me personally, I'm not seeing I don't think too many projects are going to be able to do like astronomical numbers this time around, because there's so many new projects and there's so many good projects. Like there's a lot of new crypto projects that are actually really, really good, which is kind of a problem because there might not be enough capital to go to all these projects, right? So we might not be able to see this thing do like 100x from current prices, because if you think about it, 100x from current prices here, let's see, let's multiply this by the current price. That's a 40 million market cap multiplied by 100. Let's see. Yeah, it would put it at a $4 billion market cap. Is it possible for this to do that? Yes. And 100x from the bottom would be 1 billion. It's possible, but I would definitely say be cautious because you can see the past performance of the project. Seems like a good project. They got a lot going for them, but the past performance concerns me. That's pretty much what I got to say about that. But anyways, this is all I got for you all today. Let me know what you guys think about this. Go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.